Election forecasting site 538 gives Democrats an 85% chance of flipping the U.S. House of Representatives. Either way, viewers want to know how you will get along with people on the other side of the aisle. Nancy asks, what has been your more significant collaboration with your opposing party that had a positive impact for South Dakotan quality of life? Mr. Bjorkman, this question goes to you first.
Great question. First of all, I served on the parole board. And I was one of the few Democrats, sometimes maybe the only one. And so I've developed a lot of close relationships with people across party lines there. And then in my terms on the bench, formed deep relationships that don't really have anything to do with partisanship. It's just problem solving and working with others. And I share that concern about the partisan divide. And you know, this is likely to be a very closely divided Congress no matter which way it turns out. I'm tired of party politics. I'm tired of finger pointing. I'm tired of people who don't want to get work done for the people. And I think they should all come home. That's why I've not only called for new leadership in both houses of Congress, I've made it clear I'm not supporting Nancy Pelosi or any of the current leadership regime on the Democratic side. I think we need a change of the guard, a fresh approach. I want to go to Washington to build relationships with my fellow congressmen and women from across party lines, because I think that's an important first step to trying to accomplish work, get to know the other individuals.
All right, thank you. Mr. Johnson, go ahead.
Well, if you want to talk about my most significant collaboration with the other party, it would probably be with my mother. My mother's a Democrat, and of course I love her. And there are times when we talk politics, and I think it's important for everybody to know that of course we respect one another. And I don't view the Democrats in this country as the enemy at all. They're our fellow Americans. I've already talked about my time on the Public Utilities Commission and how often Commissioner Colbeck and I work together. And that's something that I think sometimes we lose an appreciation for. I mean, the Republicans aren't always right, the Democrats aren't always wrong. And if we're willing to take the best from both ideas, I do think we're in a much stronger position to move this country forward.